They thought it would be a relaxing escape, an island rendezvous to welcome the new year with celebration and revelry. But the bungalow they unwittingly settled into held a terrifying secret, one that would shatter their grasps on reality and leave them fearing the darkness itself. It was the holiday of renewal, a time to start fresh as one year became the next. A group friends had circled December 30th on their calendars, the date they would venture to a remote island off the eastern coast of Thailand for the ultimate adventure. But as plans so often unravel, commitments and personal conflicts slowly whittled down their numbers to just a few fears determined to make the journey. Their destination: a quaint bungalow on the sands of a twin beach, divided by a rocky promontory thrusting defiantly into the ocean. This unassuming island hideaway seemed the perfect escape, but it harbored a dark secret. From the moment they arrived, a series of strange and unsettling occurrences began to sow seeds of unease. As one of them, Alice, went for a dip in the crystalline waters, she surfaced to what seemed like an innocuous sight, the curtains of their bungalow fluttering in the ocean breeze. But then they moved again, and again, as if an unseen hand was beckoning them inside. That night, the group settled onto the bungalow's enormous bed, exhausted from their travel. But as silence descended, a new sound encroached, thunderous breaths echoing through the bungalow. Searching high and low, they found no source for the ragged exhalations. These eerily unexplained signs were just a prelude to the true horror that awaited. As night deepened, one by one the friends began to experience terrifying phenomena they couldn't explain away. It began with Alice, who rose to relieve herself only to glimpse a chilling sight, a pair of legs dangling from the roof, attached to a figure perched above, staring intently down at her. Paralyzed, Alice collapsed, then watched in shock as the entity vanished only to rematerialize seated amongst her friends. For Benz, the terror came in the form of heavy, ragged breathing reverberating through the bungalow. Thinking it was just one of her friends, she dismissed it at first. But as her eyes adjusted to the shadows, a figure gradually took shape beside her, a waterlogged, vaguely human form pulling itself onto the bed, its deathly chill seeping into the sheets like icy tendrils. Benz watched in stunned horror as the dripping apparition stretched out next to her, close enough for her to feel the arctic undertow of its presence. For a short agonizing minutes, the unnatural remained, its wheezing breath slowly synchronizing with the pounding of Benz's own heart. Then, just as she felt her grip on reality slipping away, Benz blacked out. As the sun's first rays crept across the horizon, the friends sought to make sense of the night's surreal events. It was then they encountered the locals performing peculiar rituals with candles and incense before the bungalow's footpath. When questioned, the villagers recoiled in shock that the friends had spent a night on those hallowed grounds. You see, years prior, a tourist had tragically drowned nearby, their body washing ashore in the shadows of that very bungalow. In the locals' beliefs, any place where a body emerged from the depths was to be considered a hotbed of spiritual activity, tainted by the restless soul's refusal to move on. The friends had quite literally tempted fate. Spirits broken and psyches scarred, the group fled the accursed island, their idyllic getaway cut disastrously short. Though Alice eventually resurfaced after a panicked disappearance, she would be bedridden for months, haunted by fevered night terrors of dark figures and icy caresses. Her ordeal served as a grave reminder that some nightmares exist beyond the veil of our reality, waiting to ensnare those foolish enough to ignore the warning signs. If you've been captivated by this chilling tale of spiritual reckoning, don't forget to subscribe, for this is just the beginning of our journey into the terrifying depths of the great unknown. Hit that subscribe button and I'll be your torchbearer, leading you down the dark path towards more real-life encounters with the paranormal.